men must learn from a very young age to respect women. Of course, physically they'll always be bigger and stronger, and they shouldn't be encouraged to think that it's okay to abuse that physical strength. So police are not doing the job that they're supposed to do, for a lack of proper training and for a serious lack of funding and a serious lack of resources. The National Prosecuting Authority is not being a great success prosecuting gender-based violence. And it's a fact of life that women are often trapped in an economic trap where they're forced to go back to a place where they are abused and beaten because they're economically dependent on their abuser. And until we can attack all of those things at the same time, we're not going to beat gender-based violence. It's not a thing that you can legislate away. It's a whole of society approach. We need to tackle it on a social, on a legal, on a ethical, on a moral basis, and that's the only way we're ever going to get on top of this thing. Well, you know, the council is supposed to help in this fight against gender-based violence. Again, it's a piece of paper. It's something that exists in the ether, and on their own they cannot be successful. I would like to see them run programs that inform young girls, young women, young boys, young men about gender-based violence, about the horrors of gender-based violence, of the dangers of it constantly going too far, and of the ethical and moral unacceptability of women being beaten by men and men being beaten by women. It does happen, but you know, of course, it's a minority of cases. So the biggest problem, of course, is women being beaten. So, not forgetting that men can also be victims. The council should really spend most of its time combating GBV on an educational level and a social level. And it's up to law enforcement to do the rest, and then the rest of society to make sure that young boys and young men and young girls and young women understand that any kind of violence is not a way to solve problems.